listen, we haven't seen a dip. I haven't seen nothing of a, man, the man ain't averaging 17, 15, 30. Man, the man is.
He made All-NBA last year.
Fuck out. At what age, Nate? At what age, Nate?
He was 40 years old.
Man, stop, man. 40-year-old niggas should already be at home chilling, getting the podcast ready, getting the multimedia, getting the what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be on Amazon, I'm gonna be on NBC, I'm gonna be on HBO, I'm gonna be on what? That's the next move. Bro, if you ain't got the, bro, you
38.
That's crazy.
See, this is what makes him go on top of the list to me. This shit right here. If we talking about shot making, if we talking about ability, if we talking about skill, he in all those conversations, but now you doing some shit where, yeah, the greatest couldn't even do this. Wilt couldn't do this. Jordan couldn't do this. 38. Man, 38 in the league is really like 45.
Kevin Garnett just did what Kevin Garnett does best. He told the truth. No filter, no apologies. The Hall of Famer sat down and dropped a bombshell about LeBron James that has the basketball world picking sides. According to KG, LeBron's legacy isn't what they say. It's not about the rings, it's not about the stats, it's about something else entirely. And what he revealed about a single All-Star game moment will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about the king.
Zion
It's been fucked up. When Bron didn't get in it, that's when we lost Zion, Ja. All them niggas supposed to get in it.
Ja.
When Bron didn't get in the shit, he fucked the whole tradition up. When Kobe slapped the floor, told that nigga, let's go one-on-one, and he passed it, he fucked up the whole tradition.
Damn.
Don't nobody want to hear this? Yeah, I'm one of them gatekeepers, I can say this. Yeah,
Right.
This shit go, MJ and you went at it, right? Doc J, okay, cool.
Right.
Everybody went in it. Bro, he slapped floor on your ass, you supposed to nail his ass with a 3, boom.
James played by Bryant. Deron Williams off the pick, coming up way short. Williams gets it back, down to 3 seconds, and Griffin picks it off.
Kevin Garnett has never been one to hold back. The Hall of Famer, the 2008 champion, the heart of those legendary Celtics teams, sat down recently and delivered a verdict on LeBron James that has the basketball world divided. He fucked the whole tradition up, Garnett declared on his podcast, his voice carrying the weight of someone who'd been holding this in for years. The moment Garnett was talking about happened in 2012, Orlando, the All-Star game. With roughly 16 seconds left on the clock, the West led 151 to 149, and Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba himself, did something that should have created a legendary moment. Kobe slapped the floor. He looked at LeBron, and he challenged him. "Brother, let's go one-on-one," Kobe said, daring the king to settle the game with the kind of mano-a-mano showdown that fans dream about. What happened next, according to Garnett, changed everything. LeBron didn't accept the challenge. Instead of going at Kobe, he passed the ball to Deron Williams, who airballed a three-pointer. The East got another chance when Dwayne Wade grabbed the rebound, but LeBron passed again, this time to Wade, who had the ball stolen by Blake Griffin. Game over. West wins. Kobe was furious. "You shoot the ball," he complained afterward. For Garnett, that single moment signaled a shift. The All-Star game was never the same. When Kobe slapped the floor and told that nigga, "Brother, let's go one-on-one," and he passed it, he fucked up the whole tradition, Garnett said. He wasn't just criticizing one play. He was making a broader point about LeBron's legacy, that in the moments when legends are supposed to rise, the king has sometimes chosen a different path. Garnett's accusation was explosive, but his own teammate Paul Pierce had something very different to say about LeBron. Subscribe to see the contradiction.
It's been fucked up. When Bron didn't get in it, that's when we lost Zion, Ja. All them niggas supposed to get in it.
Ja.
When Bron didn't get in the shit, he fucked the whole tradition up. When Kobe slapped the floor, told that nigga, let's go one-on-one, and he passed it, he fucked up the whole tradition.
Damn.
Don't nobody want to hear this? Yeah, I'm one of them gatekeepers, I can say this. Yeah,
Right.
This shit go, MJ and you went at it, right? Doc J, okay, cool.
Right.
Everybody went in it. Bro, he slapped floor on your ass, you supposed to nail his ass with a 3, boom. Bitch ass nigga, what's up?
Score, bro.
Lord just met with the
Nah,
Saudis.
he want to meet. He gonna play with his youngest son.
Lord, he gonna
That's the
do.
goal.
Lord, it's what I'm saying is it's fun. He like in Toys R Us, going up and down the aisles, bro. Bron just doing, bro. Hey, give me another 100. Give me another 150.
Yeah.
Run it. The Saudis, we chopping. I'm finna go to Vegas. Lord, this up. I got 4 rings. If I can get one more, I'm immortal. I'm already immortal. I'm the scorers champ, Lord. I'm finna get my sons in here. Man, I'm finna start a volleyball league for my daughter. Man, Lord is just doing whatever. We ain't never seen it like this.
Right.
Mike Jordan had it. He ain't never had it like this.
Nah.
And he got the world, bro.
Here's where Kevin Garnett's argument gets complicated. The same man who accused LeBron of destroying the All-Star game with 1 pass in 2012 has also been one of the most vocal defenders of LeBron's overall legacy. The contradiction is impossible to ignore. Just weeks before Garnett's explosive comments about the 2012 All-Star Game, he sat on his KG-certified podcast with Paul Pierce and delivered a completely different message. The topic was LeBron's 21-year All-NBA streak finally coming to an end due to left foot arthritis and 18 missed games. And Garnett's response? Pure admiration. He's all-time everything for a reason, Garnett said on that episode. I want to shout out LeBron. I will say everything comes to an end for a reason. They do. He had a crazy run, 20 years of excellence, man, in anything. Man is still catching lobs at 40-something. Come on, man. Pierce, sitting alongside Garnett, took it even further. Nobody will have the single greatest individual career as LeBron James, Pierce declared. When you look at top to bottom, the numbers, the accomplishments, just tops everything, from All-NBA to All-Stars to the points. Nobody will ever have this type of longevity in the climate we are in the NBA, the load management. And LeBron being at 41, he ain't even honoring the load management. He comes from a different era. Nobody's going to catch that. Garnett nodded in agreement, adding, 20 years of excellence in anything? Come on, man. Still catching lobs at 40-something? He gonna by far be the dopest 40-year-old player to ever hoop in our game. So shout to Bron. He did that, because you gotta go out there and earn that. You gotta suit up, you gotta put the ball in the bucket, you gotta show up when people expect you to show up, and he has. Shout to LeBron. This is the same Kevin Garnett who turned around weeks later and said LeBron fucked the whole tradition up with 1 pass in 2012. The same man who blamed LeBron for the All-Star Game's decline, for players not caring, for the entire culture shifting. So which is it? Is LeBron the dopest 40-year-old who showed up when people expected him to? Or is he the one who destroyed the tradition by not showing up the way Garnett wanted him to in a meaningless exhibition game 14 years ago? The answer, of course, is that both things can be true. LeBron can be both a transcendent legend and a player who made choices that some old-school competitors didn't like. But Garnett's shifting narrative reveals something deeper about how the old guard views this generation of superstars. Garnett's contradiction raises a bigger question. Why do legends keep moving the goalposts on LeBron? Carmelo Anthony has a theory, and it cuts deep. Subscribe to hear what Melo said about the burden LeBron carries. Carmelo Anthony has known LeBron James since they were teenagers. They came into the league together in 2003, they battled in the playoffs, they won Olympic gold together. And through it all, Melo has watched his friend become the most scrutinized athlete in sports history. So when Kevin Garnett's comments about LeBron ruining the All-Star Game started trending, Melo didn't hesitate. He sat down on his 7 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast and delivered a defense that cut straight to the heart of the matter. He's only saying that because at that moment of what we know and how we looked at the All-Star Game was the stars rise to the occasion, Anthony began. We just know this is what everybody want. We have to give it to them. Melo then pulled back the curtain on something most fans don't know. The All-Star Game has always been a performance. It's never been about pure competition from start to finish. Now everybody in cahoots because it's almost like a wrestling match, Anthony continued, a knowing smile on his face. It's like, all right, look, first 2-3 quarters, let me get my shit off. Let's go have some fun. Fourth quarter come, we all agree that we get into it. That's the information that was passed down to us. This is the context that Garnett conveniently ignored, the unspoken agreement that has existed for decades. Stars coast, put on a show, then turn it up when it matters. LeBron followed that script. He just happened to do it at the exact moment Kobe Bryant challenged him. But Melo's most powerful point came next. The realization that LeBron gets blamed for everything now, whether it makes sense or not. So when he didn't do that, people started looking like, oh shit, all right, bet. Oh, Bron's had the All-Star game up. Oh, Bron fed the dunk contest up because Bron's never been in the dunk contest. Bron fed the three-point contest up, Anthony said, his voice dripping with irony. He gonna get blamed for every single thing. Think about that. LeBron has never participated in the dunk contest. He's barely been in the three-point contest. Yet, somehow, according to the narrative, the decline of those events is his fault too. The logic makes no sense unless you understand that LeBron has become a convenient scapegoat for everything that's changed in the modern NBA. Melo's point is devastating in its simplicity. The game has evolved. The relationship between stars and fans has shifted. Players are more business-minded now, more aware of their brand, more careful with their bodies. That's not evil, it's just different. But rather than accept that evolution, the old guard needs someone to blame. And LeBron, as the face of this generation, is the obvious target.
When he didn't do that, people started looking at it like, oh, all right, bet. We're going to do it our way at this point, Melo explained. Garnett, for all his greatness, represents a generation that takes pride in showing out every second, whether it matters or not. LeBron represents a generation that's more calculated, more strategic, more aware of the big picture. Both approaches have merit, but the clash between them creates friction that LeBron can never escape. The truth is, LeBron didn't break the All-Star game with one pass. If anything, that moment simply revealed what had been true for years. The game had already changed. The players knew it. The league knew it. But Garnett needed someone to blame, and LeBron was standing right there. Melo's defense isn't just about loyalty to his friend. It's about recognizing a pattern. LeBron gets blamed for the All-Star game. He gets blamed for load management. He gets blamed for super teams. He gets blamed for player empowerment. At some point, you have to ask, is he really responsible for all of this? Or is he just the most visible symbol of a league that has evolved? Garnett's critique, when you strip away the emotion, is really about nostalgia. He misses the way things used to be, and rather than accept that the game has changed, he points at the man who embodies the new era. That's the information that was passed down to us, Melo said, explaining the old All-Star code. LeBron followed that code. He just happened to do it against Kobe Bryant, with the cameras rolling at the exact moment when nostalgia collided with reality. The irony is that if LeBron had taken that shot and missed, the narrative would be different. He'd be criticized for being selfish, for ignoring an open teammate, for trying to play hero ball. He literally cannot win. No matter what he does, someone will find a way to use it against him. That's the burden of being LeBron James, and as Melo made clear, it's a burden that's only getting heavier. He's gonna get blamed for every single thing, Anthony concluded, and the sad truth is, he's right. Melo made a powerful case for LeBron, but the numbers tell a different story, one that has nothing to do with All-Star games and everything to do with winning. The next chapter reveals the statistical reality that even LeBron's biggest defenders can't ignore. While the All-Star debate rages on, there's a statistical reality that neither Kevin Garnett's nostalgia nor Carmelo Anthony's passionate defense can change. The numbers paint a complex picture of LeBron James' legacy, one that both supports and challenges the narrative surrounding him. Let's start with the 2012 All-Star Game itself. The box score tells a story that Garnett conveniently ignores. LeBron finished that game with 36 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. He tied Mark Price's All-Star record with 6 three-pointers. He single-handedly led the Eastern Conference back from a 21-point deficit in the second half. Those aren't the numbers of a player shrinking from the moment. Those are the numbers of a player dominating the game. Kevin Durant, who won MVP that night, also had 36 points. The two best players in the world went shot for shot in one of the most competitive All-Star games in years. The final margin? 3 points. The East lost 152 to 149.
LeBron's decision to pass with 2 seconds left wasn't a failure of will, it was a split-second read that didn't work out. Deron Williams, one of the best shooters in the league, was open. The pass was just late. LeBron himself admitted it. "I seen my teammate open for a split second. I seen him open the first time and I didn't release the ball. When I tried to throw it late, that's what usually happens and it results in a turnover. Definitely wish I could have that one back." One pass in an exhibition game. Garnett is using that to define a legacy. Now look at what happened later that same year. LeBron led the Miami Heat to the 2012 NBA championship, winning Finals MVP. He averaged 28.6 points, 10.2 rebounds, and 7.4 assists in those finals. He silenced every critic who said he couldn't close. The idea that LeBron ruined the All-Star game with one pass ignores the broader context. The All-Star game has been evolving for decades. The intensity has waxed and waned. Players have always coasted in the first half and turned it up in the fourth. Melo admitted as much. That's the information that was passed down to us. What's really changed is the relationship between players and expectations. The old guard wants blood and guts competition every second. The new generation is more strategic, more aware of their bodies, more focused on the 82-game grind. That's not a moral failing, it's just evolution. The numbers that actually matter? LeBron has played 23 seasons, more than any superstar in history. He's scored over 42,000 points, the most ever. He's won 4 championships with 3 different franchises. He's been to 10 NBA Finals. He's been named All-NBA 19 times. Kobe Bryant, the man who was irate at LeBron for passing, had his own share of playoff failures. He shot 6 for 24 in Game 7 of the 2010 Finals and still won because his team rebounded. He missed more game-winning shots than he made, but no one uses those moments to define his legacy because that's not how greatness works. Garnett's critique isn't about the numbers, it's about something deeper, the resentment of an old guard watching their era fade into history, and LeBron, as the face of the new generation, becomes the target whether he deserves it or not. As Melo said, he's going to get blamed for every single thing. The All-Star game, the dunk contest, the three-point contest. LeBron's never even participated in most of these events, yet somehow they're his fault too. The logic doesn't hold, but the narrative persists. The numbers are clear, the context matters, but the debate isn't really about stats, it's about perception. The next chapter reveals how other legends have contributed to this ongoing narrative.
Kevin Garnett isn't alone in his critique of LeBron James. He's just the latest in a long line of NBA legends who have found reasons to diminish the King's accomplishments. The pattern is so consistent, so predictable, that it's almost become a tradition in itself. Let's start with the 2011 Finals. For years, critics pointed to that series against the Dallas Mavericks as proof that LeBron couldn't win the big one. He averaged just 17.8 points, his lowest in any finals series. He disappeared in fourth quarters. The criticism was relentless and fair. Then LeBron won back-to-back titles in 2012 and 2013, silencing the doubters. But the goalposts moved. Now it was about needing a super team. He couldn't win without Wade and Bosh. So LeBron went back to Cleveland and won a championship against the 73-win Warriors, overcoming a 3-1 deficit that no team in NBA history had ever overcome. He did it with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, sure, but that team was built around him. He was the unquestioned leader. The goalposts moved again. Now it was about playing in a weak Eastern Conference. He didn't have to face the real competition until the finals. So LeBron went to the Western Conference, joined the Lakers, and won another championship in 2020, this time in the bubble, which critics immediately tried to devalue. Charles Barkley has been one of the most consistent voices in this chorus. On multiple occasions, he's dismissed the bubble championship, claiming it doesn't carry the same weight as a normal title. Never mind that the bubble was arguably the most difficult environment ever created. Isolated from family, cut off from the outside world, under constant stress for months. LeBron thrived in it.
Scottie Pippen, as we've seen, has his own agenda. His 6 rings argument conveniently ignores that he played alongside Michael Jordan, the greatest winner in sports history. But that context never enters the conversation. It's just 6 beats 4 and move on. Paul Pierce has oscillated between grudging respect and outright dismissal, depending on the day and the platform. In 2024, he ranked LeBron outside his top 5 all time, sparking immediate backlash. By 2025, he was calling LeBron's career the greatest individual career ever. Now, Kevin Garnett joins the chorus, using a single All-Star Game pass from 2012 to make a sweeping claim about LeBron's legacy. One pass, and an exhibition game, 14 years ago. The pattern is undeniable. Every time LeBron accomplishes something, the standard shifts. Every time he silences one criticism, a new one emerges. It's not about basketball anymore. It's about protecting an era, a generation, a way of thinking about the game. Gilbert Arenas, never one to shy from controversy, captured the dynamic perfectly on his podcast. The older generation, they have to protect their own legacy, Arenas said. When you see somebody coming close to what you accomplished, you start looking for reasons why they're not as good. It's human nature, but it's also unfair. The unfairness is stark when you look at the numbers. LeBron has accomplished things no player in history has ever done. The longevity alone is unprecedented. No one has played this long at this high a level. No one has scored this many points. No one has done it while facing this level of scrutiny. But the goalposts keep moving. Stephen A. Smith, despite ranking LeBron as the second greatest player ever, has spent years criticizing his approach, his leadership, his decision-making. He's acknowledged LeBron's greatness while simultaneously questioning almost every aspect of it. The message is clear. LeBron can never win the legacy debate because the debate itself is rigged. The standards are different for him than they were for Jordan, for Bird, for Magic. He's judged not by what he's done, but by what he hasn't done, a list that grows longer every year. As Carmelo Anthony put it, he's going to be blamed for every single thing. The All-Star Game, the dunk contest, load management, super teams, player empowerment, the evolution of the game itself. All of it, somehow, is LeBron's fault. The truth is simpler. LeBron James didn't change the game by himself. The game changed, and he adapted better than anyone. He didn't destroy the All-Star Game with one pass. The All-Star Game evolved, and he played within that evolution. He didn't create load management. He just recognized that longevity requires strategy. The goalposts keep moving because the conversation isn't really about LeBron. It's about what he represents, the passing of an era, the shift in values, the inevitable march of time. And that's a debate no player can win. The critics have had their say, but what about the players who actually competed against LeBron? Their perspective might surprise you. The final chapter reveals what LeBron's peers really think about his legacy.
While Kevin Garnett, Scottie Pippen, and other legends craft their critiques from studio desks, there's a group of voices whose opinions carry a different weight entirely. The players who actually stepped on the court against LeBron James, night after night, year after year, have a perspective that transcends hot takes and legacy debates. Dwayne Wade spent 4 years as LeBron's teammate in Miami, winning 2 championships together. But before that, he was a rival. He saw LeBron from both sides, and his perspective is invaluable. Bron came into this league as the most hyped player ever, and he exceeded it, Wade said in a recent interview. That's not supposed to happen. The pressure was supposed to break him. Instead, he broke every record. Wade pointed to something that stats can't capture: the weight LeBron carried from the moment he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated as a teenager. We don't talk enough about what it means to be the chosen one at 17, Wade continued. That would have destroyed most people. Bron just kept working, kept improving, kept winning. That's not luck, that's mental strength. Tim Duncan, who faced LeBron in 2 NBA Finals, 2007 and 2013, offered a typically understated but powerful assessment. He's one of the few players who made me change how I prepared, Duncan said. You couldn't just game plan for one thing. He could beat you so many different ways. That's what made him special.
Duncan won his first finals matchup against LeBron in 2007, sweeping the Cavaliers. But by 2013, LeBron had evolved into something different, a player capable of carrying a team past Duncan's Spurs in 7 games. The leap he made from 2007 to 2013 was remarkable, Duncan admitted. Most players don't make leaps like that after their first few years. He was doing it a decade in. Stephen Curry, whose Warriors faced LeBron in 4 straight finals from 2015 to 2018, has consistently praised his rival's greatness. People don't understand what it takes to carry that load for that long, Curry said. We had a team. We had multiple stars. LeBron was often the only star on his team, and he still took us to the limit. That's insane when you think about it. Curry's perspective is particularly meaningful because he was on the winning side of that rivalry. He beat LeBron 3 times, but he never diminished what LeBron accomplished.
2016 will always be a scar, Curry admitted, referring to the 73-win Warriors blowing a 3-1 lead to LeBron's Cavaliers. But it's also a testament to what he's capable of. He willed that team to a championship. That's greatness. Kevin Durant, who joined the Warriors and added 2 more finals wins over LeBron, offered a more technical assessment. The thing about Bron is he's always figuring it out, Durant said. Every time you think you have him figured out, he adds something new. Post-game, 3-point shot, playmaking, defense, he never stops evolving. That's why he's lasted this long. Durant's perspective is especially valuable because he's one of the few players who can match LeBron's scoring ability. He knows what it takes to dominate at the highest level. The longevity is what gets me, Durant added. I'm 36 and I feel it. Bron is 41 and still doing this. That's not normal. That's not just genetics. That's discipline. Manu Ginobili, who faced LeBron in those 2013 and 2014 finals, offered a perspective from the international game. In Argentina, we grew up watching Jordan, Ginobili said, but LeBron is the first American player I've seen who truly understands the global game. He's played in more countries than some international players. He's embraced the world in a way that's changed how basketball is viewed everywhere. Dirk Nowitzki, whose Mavericks beat LeBron in the 2011 finals, offered perhaps the most balanced perspective. 2011 was my moment, and I'll always cherish it, Nowitzki said. But I also know that loss drove LeBron to become even greater. He used that failure the way all greats do, as fuel, and he came back and won back-to-back. That's the mark of a true champion. Nowitzki's words carry weight because he was on the winning side of LeBron's lowest moment. He could easily use that to diminish LeBron's legacy. Instead, he chooses to highlight the growth. These are the voices that matter, not analysts sitting in studios, not former players with books to sell or grudges to air. The men who actually competed against LeBron James, who spent hours game planning for him, who felt the physical and mental toll of trying to stop him, they all say the same thing. LeBron is one of the greatest ever. Kevin Garnett's critique of a single All-Star Game pass from 2012 is noise. Scottie Pippen's ring-counting argument is noise. The endless moving of goalposts is noise. The signal comes from the players who were there, and they've already delivered their verdict.
Kevin Garnett went off on LeBron James. He used a 14-year-old All-Star Game moment to make a sweeping claim about legacy. He joined a long line of legends who have found reasons to diminish what LeBron has accomplished. But here's the truth that Garnett's critique can't touch. LeBron James has played 23 seasons. He scored more points than anyone in history. He's won championships with 3 different franchises. He's been to 10 NBA Finals. He's been named All-NBA 19 times. And he's done it all while carrying a weight that no player before him ever had to carry. The weight of being the chosen one since he was 17. The weight of 24-hour news cycles and social media scrutiny. The weight of constant comparisons to ghosts. The players who actually faced him understand this. They know what it took to compete against him, and they've already placed him where he belongs. Why do you think legends keep moving the goalposts on LeBron's legacy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. Subscribe for more stories that go beyond the headlines.